Welcome to Hey Clarity. I'm your host, Lindsay, and today we're doing a collective Akashic Records reading for the new moon in Cancer. The questions that we're going to ask are, what is the overall energy of this new moon? How can we best honor it? What story is unfolding between now and the corresponding full moon in Cancer on December 23rd of 2026? So if you want to circle that date in your calendar and refer back to this then, and see what story has unfolded for you. That's always fun to do. What are the best intentions to set under this new moon? And then what's the most important message we need to know? Let's get into it. What is the overall energy for the new moon in Cancer? Closed off. I see like the shell. Actually it's like an oyster shell, and it closes, and it's like the pearl is inside, and it's like a sense of protection, or needing a sense of protection. So this, it's like energetic. It's kind of like, let's be closed for a bit. Let's be closed off for a bit. But I'm seeing like your own beautiful world inside of this shell. So imagine that there's like this beautiful shell, and it's whatever, just massive and gorgeous. And it's like everything you want inside of that shell, and you're the pearl inside of it. It's like this room, and like it closes and you're inside, and like all of your favorite things are there. It feels immediate. It feels cozy. It feels beautiful. I'm just getting it's all of the things that you love or that you've loved, like special things that make you happier. Like what makes you happier when you're all cozy inside. It's a bit of like the energy is like take a break, go inside, or just take your time doing the things that you need to do out and about. Definitely I'm getting like pure, like slow down, a pure slow down. Not a hard stop, not pumping the brakes. It's almost like something has just kind of run off or run out, run down at like a steady pace to just slow to a stop. And I'm even getting like even the way that I'm talking, right? So for many people, like, this is summertime and it's a high vacation time. And there's obviously like lots of people going on vacations or taking staycations or taking days off, having long weekends, doing restful, relaxing things over the weekends. Anything else about the overall energy? I'm just kind of like get in a shell, get in your little shell. So how can we best honor this energy? I'm getting all of the things, like do all of the things that make you happier. And notice that they're not saying all the things that make you happy. All the things that make you happier. Like there's a step up. It's like really giving yourself those, I'm getting like delightful things. The word is delightful things. No matter what that is to you. And it's not going to be, necessarily understood by other people, and it doesn't matter. But I'm getting like for you to just, I'm getting like happy, happier, happiest. Like having your moments of feeling happiest when you are protecting yourself, when you are, taking care of your own energetic field. And I'm getting it is like an energetic protection. Anything else? How can we best honor it? There's much more incoming. What? What does that mean? What? Much more? Much more of what? They're just saying there's more incoming. I'm seeing, like, imagine that you're in your shell, you've closed the shell, you're safe inside, and this like wave like crashes against your shell. But you're inside, so you're safe. So it feels like there's more waves incoming. There's more external world stuff incoming. And so feeling the need, the little tap on the shoulder, maybe your body is having aches and pains and saying like, slow down, enough, go home, just rest, take this one out. Like all this stuff about just like all the signals and the signs that you're getting to go inward. It's because there are waves incoming. And it's better to be closed in your happy little shell when these waves hit. Okay. What story is unfolding between now and the corresponding full moon in Cancer on December 23rd, 2026? I can't believe we're thinking about December and that. That's wild. What story is unfolding between now and December 23rd under this new moon in Cancer? Interesting. They're saying, who's profiting? Who's profiting off of you? Profiting for you? Why profiting? Who's profiting? It's, I'm seeing as if like how we extend ourselves, how we show up. It's a bit of like, yeah, like the reciprocity exchange kind of conversation, but it's more of like, who's profiting from you exerting more or less energy? There is something about connecting the dots. It's like, are you benefiting? And they're using the word profit, which I'm going to try and remember to circle back to because that's interesting to me. But I'm getting who's benefiting for you, who's benefiting off of you. And are you in the equation? So I'm seeing like a math equation. And they're showing like our energy as like various forms of money, coins, bills. And if you looked at your life and the expenditure of your effort and your energy, your time, the mental and emotional and physical exhaustion of the things that you do, who's profiting? Are you profiting off of that? Is it worthwhile? So the story that's unfolding is around who's profiting off of you or for you. And there's a lot about this, again, this expenditure of energy. Anything else about the story that's unfolding for us? I'm just hearing, don't be taken advantage of by anyone or anything anymore. The cost of living. There's money, and then there's the cost of living energetically. And I'm getting things, our energy has a really high cost. Things that cost a lot of your energy. And I'm getting like, Can you guys make that clearer? don't be so damned. Like, I just heard them say, like, don't be so damned. And I was like, what? Don't be so damned. Like, I don't know. There's just, what is that? I'm seeing just this overflowing of like your resourcefulness, your source of, it's like resourcefulness and like sourcefulness. And they're just saying like, don't be so damned overexerting, over giving, over generous, over extending, like overflowing. Like sometimes when we are doing very well or feeling very good and we've got excitement or we're happier, we're joyful, and we have the ability to give resources, or we're feeling generous. Sometimes we think like on like a spiritual perspective, it's like if I'm abundant, like I must share. I must give it up. I must give it away to those in need. I must do this. I must do that. And they're just like, well, wait a second. Because yes, like sharing is beautiful. Sharing is caring, right? Yes, absolutely. But I'm getting that some of us become over generous and over giving with our whatever it is. Is it our mental capacity, our emotional capacity, our physical capacity, our monetary capacity, our gifts, whatever it is, your time, your energy, your money. They're like, there's a lot of, like, I'm seeing this wall with a lot of holes in it, and there's like a lot of like things pouring out of it. It's almost like, blood pouring out of it, right? So there's like triage everywhere. Like, how do we plug that hole? How do I fix that? How do I fix that? How do I help that person? How do I help those people? How do I help that country? How do I help? And they're just like, yeah, these holes are everywhere. And it is like a moment of triage. But we're almost, they're saying, like blindsided into thinking that we have to give, or that we have to give up ourselves. And they're saying, don't give yourself up for someone else in need necessarily. We really have to be more discerning, not judgmental, not critical, but we have to be more discerning of where we are being generous and overly generous. Because they're saying, like, a good person is compassionate. A good person is generous and giving. But some of us, they're saying, are very naturally that way. And so when we're giving, we don't even realize that we're over giving. We don't even realize that we're oversharing, because it comes so naturally to us. And then before we know it, something goes wrong and we're depleted, or there's like misunderstandings. I'm getting you're misunderstood, or it has to stop for you, or you don't realize how much you've given away until you are in a bad place. And then you're like, shit. Oh, but I did it because I'm a good person. Oh, I did it because that person needed more than me. Those people needed more than me. And they're just saying, yes, like, this is a beautiful thing to be generous, but you have to stop and recognize when you are being over generous, and that we can't plug all these holes, right? These overflowing holes of things. We're trying to like fix everything, because it's like, oh, plug in that hole, and then off there's one over here, and off there's one over here, and and it's just like, where are you in the picture? What's left for you? There's something going on where so many are in need, yes, but also you can't bear the burden and hold the burden of thinking that you can fix these things and help these things. And while it's beautiful to be compassionate and generous, I'm just getting that some of this has gone too far, right? And look in your life and be like, you see people in your community and this and that, whatever, needing help with all this stuff. And it's like, I'm getting sometimes this is their burden to bear. Sometimes this is their lesson to learn. Sometimes this is their whatever to lose, right? Like someone's losing a business, right? Maybe there's a reason why they're losing this business. And this is the way it's going. And you're feeding, it's wonderful to help and provide money for them or whatever. But I'm just getting that, like, maybe there is something for them in losing the business, and maybe something better is meant to be there. And meanwhile, you're giving and gifting and doing all these things, and it's, depleting you, right? And they're kind of saying, like, some of this stuff, it's really a drop in the bucket, and it's not always worthwhile. So they're saying, not saying be stingy, but saying to limit your generosity and be really aware and more discerning of where you give and how much you give and what you give and how you give. So before you feel like you need to take care of someone or do something to help someone, I'm getting to wait a couple days. Anything else on that? I'm just getting pay attention to the threshold where you go from generous to overly generous. And watch that. I'm getting there's a lesson to be learned around generosity here. Because you can't give yourself away. You can't give everything away. Okay. Whew. Feels exhausting. It feels exhausting even just to kind of channel this right now. But there's a threshold that we're learning about. What are the best intentions to set under this new moon in Cancer? What are the best intentions to set under this new moon in Cancer? Oh, so frustrating. I don't know if you can hear that. They're doing fireworks. I'm so tired of fireworks. Okay. It's like freaking out all the dogs in the neighborhood and obviously disturbing all the animals. I really hate fireworks. Sorry, that was distracting for me. The best intentions to set, I'm just getting don't give up yourself in the process of giving to others. Do not give up yourself. The intention to set is asking to be more aware of this threshold from generosity to being overly generous. Asking for signs to stop you. Asking for, something to just almost get in your way, to slow you down before you go too far, give too much, and then it causes problems. What's the most important message? What's the most important message about this new moon in Cancer? I'm getting be beneficial for you. Not in this selfish way, but don't underestimate how much you are being taken from, your time and your energy just by existing on the planet right now. We're being extracted from our energy, our time, through media and technology, social media, all this stuff. I'm just seeing someone being vacuumed. It's like you're just sitting there trying to exist and we're being sucked from a vacuum. there's so much extraction of your time and attention and your energy and your money, and you don't always necessarily notice that it's happening, right? It's so baked into our systems, our daily systems, our everyday life, that we're not noticing how extracted the world, how extracting the world is of us. And therefore, they're saying maybe before, like 5-10 years ago, so beautiful to be very generous when you are feeling like you're doing well and you're healthy and you're abundant, right? When things are going well, like, yes. But now these are very different times. And I'm seeing like we're having the rug pulled out from under us. And like we're learning very quickly, like, holy shit, like, where did that come from? You know, or like, how did I lose that? Or like, how did I, you know, spend so much money on this? Or like, where did my money go, right? Where did my time go? Where did my energy go? Where did my effort go? What was, like, what happened? So something is speeding up almost like behind our backs or under our feet, just all around us. I'm getting like it's in the air, like it's just part of the way the systems are working right now, just constantly being pulled at. So I'm just getting to like, to really like, you know, give to yourself first and wait and just kind of check in again before you feel the need to give more, spend more. Again, time, energy, money, whatever it is for you. Okay, what's the most important message we need to know about the new moon? Yeah, I'm just getting be giving to yourself. Like, give it to yourself. Be generous with yourself. You know, replenish yourself, replenish yourself. I'm seeing like, so remember they were saying like that wall with like all these little holes and just like stuff like overflowing, like just, I don't know, it's like overflowing out of each of these holes, and we're trying to plug all these holes by being generous. It's like one of those holes is you, right? One of those holes is yours. It's like overflowing, right? So you got to plug yours. You got to stop yours. You got to, you know, feel really steady and secure and like held within yourself. And I'm just getting kind of carry that for a little bit, right? Like they're just saying there are lots of problems. There's always going to be problems. There's always going to be places for you to give of yourself to others elsewhere. Always. They're saying like, it's like never ending. But right now there's like way too much triage. And unfortunately, while our efforts are taking from us, and it doesn't mean don't, but it's like a lot of our efforts that drain the hell out of us and deplete the hell out of us are really just drops in the bucket. And for a time, this is not quite worthwhile. So they're just saying like, generosity, just make it more immediate, right? Make it about the, you know, whatever's right in front of you, or like the people who are closest to you, or the people who you feel like in true alignment to support and love, whether that's like your family, your neighbors, your close friends, those who are like near and dear to you, like, yeah, when they need help, yes, right? That's where you give. And there's an undercurrent there that, you know, depending on the dynamics, right, it can feel less depleting than, let's say, saving a stranger in a far off land. And they really are trying to be careful and just saying, we're not saying not to give. Yes, there are people in need, and giving is worthwhile, but it really is like, it's time for a check-in of when like you might need to stop. And maybe it's like you just stop donating to a cause for like a month or two, right? Maybe, and they're actually saying 3 to 6 months. Like maybe you just hold off on some of that generosity for like 3 to 6 months. They're like, in 9 months, go back. In 9 months, you want to be generous, go back. Fireworks again. I'm going to go have to check on my dog. Okay. Most important message. Oh, here we go. Take care of what you need to take care of in your immediate environment. All right. Be giving to yourself. That's the most important message. Be generous with yourself, and maybe hold off on any excessive generosity or giving or whatever for the next 3 to 6 months. Okay. So that was the Akashic Records collective reading for the new moon in Cancer. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.